Hello everybody, I'm Renzo Mox, and welcome to one of my last Bionicle reviews that I'll probably ever do. This is my entire overview on the year of 2016. I did one of these for 2015. It's not on my playlist, but it's still there somewhere on my channel, so if you find that, you can kind of see. Speaking of that video, this video is going to be formatted kind of weird because I don't really remember what happened in the last video. I don't really remember what I talked about. I only remember key things. So I'll be talking about some of those key things, and that's it. But yeah, this is gonna be my overview on the entire year of 2016. Which, by the way, sorry this is late. This is really late, really overdue. I was going to do it when Bionicle was actually canceled, or I think I was going to do it like 3 days before Bionicle was canceled. I really wanted to do this video, but I didn't know the story of Journey to 1, and I really wanted to wait till the story was out to talk about this, but we all know how that goes, so yeah. Welcome to my overview on the entire year of 2016. However, there will be more reviews coming out soon. Now, what are these reviews going to be? There will be a basic Bionicle G2 review where I'll be looking at every single set released for G2. That will not be for a while, though, just because I'll probably be writing a big script for that one, just because I want that review to be a good one. So yeah, you may not see it here, but every single set from 2016 is here, including little Gil up there on Akimu's shoulder, I guess back. I do not have the Scorpion, or I did not include the combo models from this year either. Okay, so I'm going to try to avoid the fact that this was Bionicle's last year. I'm just going to avoid talking about that. I'm going to try my very best to do that, but we'll see how it turns out. So, we were given, I think, about, 12? About 17 sets? That may just be my dumb mind, because I think it's 17. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm really bad at math. But, yeah. So we got a good amount of sets. We got 12 in the Winter Wave and 5 again in the Summer Wave. I'm not particularly a big fan of the fact that we only got 5 sets for the Summer Wave. Again, I don't like that amount. It's just, it's unfair. Because first of all, I think there should always be 6 sets for a Summer Wave, just because I think that would be a well-rounded number, especially for the especially for the summer of 2015 when we needed one extra villain for Gali to face off against. But we never got that, so yeah, that's a shame. Okay, so let's actually move the camera and kind of focus on the Winter Wave first. So I know Umarak the Hunter is over here, but we're just going to ignore that for now. So yeah, I kind of have the entire Winter Wave all right here, just kind of there to show you guys to get an idea of what this wave was like. So we got a bunch of sets. We got 3 $15, I think, actually, yeah. 3 $15 sets, 3 $20 sets, 5 $10 sets, and 1 $25 set for Kopaka and Melum. It was a pretty good wave. It was like probably one of my favorite waves because it was just colorful. They tried a lot of new things, and I do like it. A lot of new functions here. I almost said stud shooter. The waist feature was new. The unification was new. By the way, one of my favorite ways, because every set, literally any set you buy, can basically have a play feature with each other. If you buy one random creature or one random uniter, you can still play with those sets. You can still unite them, which is what I love. Every single set here has a play value, and that's what I appreciate the most. It's so good. I do like this wave. Yeah, a few hiccups aside, Pohatu, I may like him now, but when I first got him, I was pretty, I like him, but I don't like his color scheme. I think it's absolutely horrible. It's wrong. I was literally hoping that it was just the leaks. I was like, come on, please change the color, but they never did. It remained tan or beige, but I don't know. I just never liked that. And especially one of the worst sets we've ever gotten was Guitar. Still one of the worst Bionicle sets in general. But, hey, we've had some really good sets and we've had some really bad sets. And we've had actually a lot of bad sets, but oh well. So yeah, Winter Wave was pretty good, but that's pretty much all I have to say about that. It was one of my favorite waves, definitely. So here we have a look at the Summer Wave. The summer wave was small, only getting about 5 sets like the last wave, where we actually only got we got four $15 sets and one big set. However, the four $15 sets were actually different. We got 4 villains last time, and the hero came in the big 2-pack. So this is actually a weird wave. It's much different than the last one because we got I don't know we got a 2-pack, but I guess it's only 2-pack a year or something, or 1 2-pack a year. I keep saying 2-pack. That sounds wrong though. I guess one. I want to say double feature. I don't know. Just one set that came with 2 characters. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I'll just remain to call it 2-pack because I don't know. I don't know what else to call it. It just sounds weird if I say anything else. But I like it. I think it looks cool. The wave, especially, all these creatures look really detailed and really awesome. The beasts have amazing parts and amazing masks. They all look ferocious. Yeah, Quake Beast sucked, but everyone knows that by now. He's like one of the worst sets ever. But like I said, G2 has had a lot of flops, and he is definitely one of them. And then we got the most amazing set probably ever. He wasn't my number 1 set, I believe. I don't remember what I listed on my number 1 favorite Bionicle G2 set for my Unity podcast video, where I took a look at all my top 10 sets. I think it was actually Umarak the Hunter that was my favorite. But Umarak the Destroyer is bloody fantastic. He's so good. He's so big. He's so perfect. He's awesome. So if you haven't bought him, check him out. Buy it. It's a great set. Pretty pricey, at least for me. He's like $30 where I live. That is kind of a problem, but yeah. Kimu was kind of a blow. He didn't really have too much going. Oh, that made the screen darker. He didn't have too much going for him. He was just kind of there. Okay, I'm making the screen darker. I don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that's kind of my overview of the summer. So I'm going to try my best to kind of explain the story pretty quickly, because I don't want to spend like 15 minutes talking about the story. So yeah, basically, probably a few weeks after the Toa defeated Kulta, they've been powered up with new armor and weapons, and now they're ready to go off on a quest. Ikimu tells them about the Masks of Unity, which basically allows them to unite with the elemental creatures, which is what they need, I don't know, to fulfill some part of the prophecy and get the Mask of Control, because basically they need the creatures because the creatures have been to the the creatures have been to the Labyrinth of Control, which explains how the creatures will lead them there. The elemental creatures were created with the island long ago when it was first created, along with Umarak the Hunter, who is a hired assassin by Akimu, not Akimu, god dang it, Makuta, to kind of stop the Toa, and he does that. He kind of runs around, and he has to get the Mask of Control first. The Toa get their Masks of Unity, they unite with the creatures, all's good. But Umarak the Hunter is on their trail, and yeah, basically they get to the Labyrinth of Control, which is on a whole nother island, actually, far from Makoto. Not that far, actually. It's a ways from Makoto. It's across the water. But so they get there, and then they figure out, they have to go in the labyrinth. They solve a bunch of puzzles, they do a bunch of that jazz, and then Umarak the Hunter gets in a fight with them, and ends up taking the Mask of Control, this sucker, which is something that can basically bring Makuta back. And basically that's the winter story, pretty much summed up. Makuta's happy, but Makuta needs a servant now that he's got the Mask of Control. Umarak tries to rebel against him, but it's no use. Umarak the Hunter turns into the disgusting freak way over there, Umarak the Destroyer. So they are the same character, just really mutated. Then we begin the summer story with Umarak the Destroyer obeying or serving under Makuta. Makuta orders him to summon in the Shadow Horde, which is the new army, and basically he's only doing this to distract the Toa from creating the Dark Portal, which will summon in Makuta. Wow, what a mouthful. Yeah. So the Toa, they're just hanging back, and then they see the beasts right here, the elemental beasts. You can't really see them on the screen right now, but he summons in the Shadow Horde to kind of stop and distract the Toa. So they're off fighting in the city, while Umarak the Destroyer is actually collecting pieces of the Mask of Ultimate Power, which is his job. It's called the Forbidden Mask. He's looking for the pieces, and basically, because he needs the pieces to open up the Dark Portal, which will summon in Makuta from the Shadow Realm. God dang it, this is so confusing. But it gets weirder because then the Toa or Kimu's like, alright, it's time to do this. He summons in the creature of light, a Gil, and becomes the Toa of light to help out against the Toa. The creatures stay behind in the ancient city to protect the Okodens, and the Toa and Ikimu head off to the basically it's a spot in the region of stone where a great city once stood. Basically, using the power of the Mask of Control, the city was sucked into a new world called the Shadow Realm. It's really weird, really confusing. But luckily you can watch this all on Netflix. If you have a Netflix membership, just go check it out. It's Journey 1, so yeah, that'd be really cool. But yeah, anyways, so then basically the Toa hijinks, they fight beasts, and then they get to the Umarak does a good job at summoning in the Dark Portal, which is basically just a giant black mountain, and then Makuta is close to being free in the Shadow Realm, and then they have a fight with Umarak the Destroyer. Kimo has to turn back to regular Toa, or not regular Toa, sorry, he has to reform back to his Akoden form, and basically they just lose, and then Makuta comes through the portal. Actually, Destroyer dies, and then Makuta wins, but then the Toa use their powers to stop Makuta and banish him forever in the Shadow Realm, and the Toa go back to the stars. The end. That's basically the entire story for 2016. God, I rambled for a long time, but it's so weird. Just go watch it on Netflix. It makes much more sense. It'll make a lot more sense rather than my rambling. So what do I think about the story? It's bad. The Winter Wave is okay, but the Summer Wave story is horrible. It's a very bad attempt to finish off the story. They were obviously going to use one last year to finish up the story, and that's what they should have done. Just taken one last year to finish up the entire story, get the entire thing out of the way, and I guess it was poor sales or something like that, but I don't know. If the sales have gone good, then they would have used that last year to kind of make that the year of Makuta. Makuta would have probably taken over the island by the end of 2016. And then by 2017, we would have gotten a whole year where they're trying to fight off against Makuta. Would have been a great year, honestly. But yeah, it's really long, it's really complicated, really complex, but I don't like it. The 2016 summer story just ends off on a really poor note. But we're not really talking about the story anymore, so let's move on to other stuff like collectibles. So again, I don't actually have any of the exclusive mask packs. I'll probably get them another day. I'll probably review them for you another day if I have the chance, but right now I don't have any of them. Sorry, it's just I don't. Now for Minions, or for 2015, we got the Shadow Trap, or no, god dang it. For 2015, we got the Skull Spiders. Wow, I'm really tired. But the Skull Spiders were the winter baddies, so they were small. What did we get for the winter of 2016? We got, Shadow Traps. They're little guys, and they're actually made with a lot more pieces than Skull Spiders. Basically, they're bear traps. They serve under, Yeah, they do serve under Makuta, but they actually work more or less for, and created by Umarak, so they respond to him. Originally, I thought they were supposed to be like this and just fly through the air, kind of like a piranha plant, but no, they are supposed to be like this, which does, it kind of take me off. But basically, yeah, they get shut, all like that. And yeah, there's a lot of different types. This is for an earth shadow trap, so this one can drill. This one is the stone shadow trap. It's alright. They use the bulk hands. It's pretty cool. Shut that trap. He's got a little tail, which is neat. Then here's the water shadow trap. Nothing special. Really long. The longest limbs. Also little hands on this one. It's kind of strange. I don't know why they did that, but oh well. We got a fire shadow trap, nothing new. Actually, new eye color and legs, so that is nice. Well, not new pieces, I just meant new in general for them. And we have the jungle trap, which has long, weird, viney legs and a chain tail, so I also call it monkey trap, just because it kind of, I would imagine this thing working like a monkey. And that's it. We actually only got 5. We did not get a one for the ice element, which was always really unfair, but it's easy. If you have enough pieces, you can make a mock of it. It's really simple. They are seen in Journey to 1, so if you really, really have to make a new model, they're in Journey 1, so just check it out. But what did we get for the actual collectibles? Well, we got masks again, golden masks of Unity. Here they are. You do get 6 of them this time, which is nice because these are mixed with trans colors again, like they did in 2015 with the corrupted masks that they sold with the Skull Villains. We also get a Gali one. This is really nice. I love the color here. It does kind of mesh weirdly. It does kind of create a weird greenish color, but oh well. Still really cool. And then we also got this, the Mask of Control. This was the legendary mask we got. It's an amazing mask, one of my favorites. Only complaint, it's really small. I don't have a comparison with the Kimu's mask, but it's just really small, and I don't like that. But great detailing. Probably one of my favorite masks. Then we got the summer ones, which the summer ones were a little less interesting. We got Umarak the Hunter's mask in gunmetal and orange. Trans orange, that is. This was never seen in the story whatsoever. It's not canon. In fact, all the masks from the summer are not canon. Which, the summer could have given us the Mask of Ultimate Power. But they didn't do that because they're dumb. So, yeah. We got this one, the Kopaka Corrupted Mask. Has a weird bit of glow there. I don't know. I don't like that. Then we got the Tahu Corrupted Mask. So, yeah, there's this one. And then the Onua Corrupted Mask. And that's it. That's literally it. Worst group of masks. Probably my least favorite. The summer wave of masks were actually disappointing. I didn't like any of them. They were just really... And they're all non-canon, so it's all one big travesty, really. And also, Destroyer did not come with a mask, which was really weird. I don't know. It was strange. Uniter masks were fine, but the actual masks of this year were just really, really bland and boring. But that's it. That's about it for the collectibles, so I think I'm going to move on to my overall thoughts on the entire year now. So I'm going to try not to talk for too long, because the video is already long enough as it is. But I don't really know what to think of this. I was about to say I love it, but honestly, I still prefer 2015 over this year. 2016 was a great year, do not get me wrong. Every set had something of value. Even Kitar and Quake Beast still had some good in them. They still had some things to enjoy. If anything, you're not going to buy the sets and enjoy them. You're going to like the pieces. Every set has trans pieces, which 2015's savior for that disease was Lost. No, not Lost, sorry. The only set that did not have trans pieces in 2015 was none of the sets. They all had trans pieces, which was very disappointing. I don't know. I wish they had gone and done something a little bit more original. However, alas, that's not the case. There are some real garbage sets here, but aside from that, it's a good wave. It's a good year. If only we had gotten one last year. In fact, the summer wave of sets do not seem to be good. It's not suitable for Bionicle's last wave. It's completely unreasonable. I'll get more on this on the last video that I plan to do, where I'm going to be looking at every set as a whole and just talk about my full opinion on G2. But, yeah, I don't know. This was a very poor year to go out on. The sets were fine, but just the context, it didn't seem like a final wave. And yes, I know, these are better than stars, okay? At least they gave us good sets. At least they gave us decent sets for the final year of the new Bionicle. Okay, Destroyer was good. Destroyer is better than all the stars combined, okay? He's a great set. But this just doesn't seem like the year to end off on. It's just really strange looking back. I realize this is half of the sets that I own. This is literally, that's it. This and then 2015 sets, and that's it. Of course, I do have combo models, but that's it. So, yeah, I don't know. Aside from that, story was mediocre. It was just boring and bland. Although I was better than the 2015 story, because Journey 1 started off really good. I did really enjoy Journey 1. You can say what you want about the acting and everything else like that, and the story plot was kind of strange, but it was better than anything we did get in 2015. So, yeah, I object. Thank you guys so much for watching this really long video. If you did stick to the very end of it, I do appreciate that. I understand it's kind of hard to watch videos like this, but oh well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and that was my full thoughts on the year of 2016. Coming back next time, and I'll be taking a look at all the sets with the G2 talk. I have no idea how I'm going to fit them all on the table. This is just the 2016 sets, and they take up a majority of my table, so I have no idea how I'm going to put on the 2015 sets, too. Also, there will be reviews for combo models and other stuff like that coming out soon. More mock reviews, more G2 related videos. Do not worry about that. The reviews are not over yet. However, they will be over soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Renzo Mox, and goodbye.